Good morning, everybody. Sensing myself called to continue in this same path, I choose to take the name Leo XIV. There are different reasons for this, but mainly because Pope Leo XIII, in his historic encyclical Rerum Novarum, addresses the social question in the context of the first great industrial revolution. In our day, the Church offered to everyone the treasure for her social teaching in response to another industrial revolution and to developments in the field of artificial intelligence that pose new challenges for the defense of human dignity, justice, and labor. What a marvelous reality we are privileged to live in this time. At the advent of the artificial intelligence, which open up unexpected horizons for humanity and challenge us with new anthropological frontiers, the grace of God bless us with a shepherd who has chosen the name to face a new era. A pope who, in choosing his name, wanted to unite memory and prophecy. A pontiff who emphasized that hermeneutic is not about the tool to use, but the cultures to live in and illuminate. And so, from his name and his magisterium, Pope Leo XIV points us in a clear direction to respond to this revolution, to discern its sins, and to offer the world the path of a new Christian humanism for the digital age. In this context of this event, in which we joyful and expectantly welcome you all to Rome. Therefore, what responsibility lies on this event in the effort to uncover the keys to that Christian humanism in the age of AI? What responsibility must each of us to respond, not just to participate, to take on as participants in the dialogue and interdisciplinary understanding? We must assume our responsibility in respect to our role in shaping culture. That is the spirit that animates this Congress. We are not gathered merely to study a technology, but rather to reflect on a culture, to understand what is the stake when human beings create an intelligence that reflects and sometimes confuse its own image. Indeed, we stand at the turning point in history. As Pope Leo reminds us, today we are in a culture where the technological dimension is present in almost everything, especially as the widespread adoption of artificial intelligence will mark a new era in the life of individuals and society as a whole. This new era demands not only technical competence, but above all, wisdom, the kind that, as the document Antica et Nova emphasizes, to ensure that advancement in knowledge do not become humanly or spiritual barrier. One must go beyond the mere accumulation of data and strive to achieve true wisdom. And where does wisdom come from, if not from the relationship between intelligence and love? We need to discover the key to the answer we seek, not only in deepening our understanding of concept of intelligence, but also in the intrinsic relationship with the role that love plays in construction of the wisdom and truth. Antica et Nova offer us great insights that we must discover. For this reason, this event must feel challenged by the call of Pope Leo, who states, artificial intelligence and digital environment must be oriented toward the protection of dignity, justice, and work. They must be accompanied by adequate theological and philosophical reflection. Must be accompanied by theological, philosophical reflection. This leads us to recognize that acknowledge and representing what is uniquely characteristic of the human person is essential to the discussion of any adequate ethical framework for the governance of AI. This is the task before us, to keep the flame of wisdom alive, so that the technical progress does not overshadow the depth of the human spirit, but rather complements the fulfillment of our humanity. This Congress is part of that far-sight vision. Here the Church seeks to engage in dialogue with science and society, not out of fear, but with the courage to face the reality, to understand its key, and to pursue paths that bring God's truth into this new reality. The historical moment challenged us to unite thought and faith, science and compassion, memory and hope. History offers us a singular opportunity. Never before has humanity held so much power in its hands. And that never before has it needed so much wisdom in this heart. So, if Antica Nova tell us a proper understanding of human intelligence involves the person's openness to the ultimate question of life and reflect an orientation toward the true and God, therefore, our response must be to find key and ways for this to permeate the whole society. May this multidisciplinary dialogue in this gathering help us unlock the keys that will become seed of true development. And may the beauty of the Christian anthropology enlighten and inspire the place and the action for the human person within these new existential landscapes. Welcome to all. May you lead yourself be called upon and accept this challenge. Thank you.